I'm gonna tell you what the K-shaped economy is, and I want you guys to be aware of it because it's exactly what you're in right now, and most people aren't aware of what's going on. Now, the K-shaped economy, what it is highlighting a growing divide right now, especially since 2020, post-pandemic time. There's been two things going on primarily in the economy, right? If you've been paying attention, the wealthy have got exponentially more wealthy during this time period. That means they made a lot of money post-pandemic. And what's happening to everybody else, the renters, the wage earners, they're going in the opposite direction because inflation is eating away at the money you're making, right? Because rents are going up every year, gas prices, food prices are going up every year, right? And you are continuing to go in the opposite direction because you are not in a position to start building that wealth. So again, that split started in 2020, the road going up, people who own homes got richer. So think about it. Since 2020, it's 2026. Just since 2020, home values have went up roughly about 55%. So that's somebody that bought a house just 6 years ago. Home values, and we had some drastic situations going on coming through the pandemic. Of course, they impacted that, so that's not normal. But just 6 years ago, a 55% increase. What happened on the other side? People who rented kept paying more rent and built zero wealth during that time period. I want to help you to close that gap for you personally, for you and your family, by getting you to that ownership side so you can start building wealth on that side and close that gap for yourself. Now, the numbers don't lie. Like I said, home prices have increased 55% since 2020. The bottom 50% of Americans average only 100K in total household wealth. That highlights a severe wealth gap between owners and renters, right? Stock ownership, right? The power of ownership. The top 10% of Americans own 93% of all stocks. Look at that. The top 10% own 93%. That means the rest of the population only owns 7%, right? That's a big gap, right? So that tells you the power of ownership and how important it is to get on the ownership side. And that's what we're going to continue talking about this evening.